I'm going to go back and talk about the business that we do very briefly as a matter of recap. So the last time I talked about, the business that we do is not product, is not recruitment, is not people, but the business we do is that we build a team of people who eventually become a tribe that are consistent in the values and cultures that we represent, which is the ideology. And that team creates the leverage that enables you to fulfill the vision. That's the business that we do. We build a team of people. We don't sell products. We don't recruit people. We're not here to make money. But like I explained, in the course of our business, products will have to be sold. In the course of our business, people will have to be recruited. In the course of our business, we'll have to make money. But that's not primarily why we're doing this. The reason we're doing the actual business that we do, is to build a team of people who will eventually become a tribe, and that team creates the leverage that enables you to fulfill the vision. But that tribe are people that are consistent in the values and cultures that we represent, consistent in an ideology. When they say Igbo tribe, we all know them as businessmen. When they say Yoruba tribe, we all know them as people that like to go to school and people that have this culture of respect. When they say the Hausa tribe, we all know them as people that they surrender to God in everything, you know. So each tribe reflects cultures and values, which you can also call ideology. So the business to do is to build a team of people that will eventually become a tribe. Not to go and build a tribe. You build a team of people that eventually become a tribe. And that team creates the leverage that will enable you to fulfill the vision, which includes your vision and all of that. So that's the business to do. Now, for this year, it is titled Building for Legacy. Building for Legacy. So what we're doing this year is called the Rise of Legacy Builders. So the people I'm talking to are the people that are here. The goal is, how do I build a team in 2026? That's why we're here. The blueprint to build a team is the reason we're here. Now, not just building, but building for legacy. Building a team that will stand the test of time. Some of us have built teams, and after several months or several years, you look back, you cannot see the team that you built. Some of us have raised people. After some time, those same people that you raised turn their backs on you. Some of us have gathered people, but that team that you have built have not stood the test of time. So the goal is, how do I build a team so that by this time, 2027, I will look back and say, I did not waste my 2026. I need you to know that when it comes to building, it's a different ball game. When it comes to planting, a lot of us can plant. Everybody can plant. It's easy to plant. There's nobody here, hardly, will tell me that he has not planted something before as a child or grown up. But the business we're doing is not to plant. The technology for building is a lot more complex technology. That is why it is said in one of the greatest books ever written that except the Lord builds a house, the laborers are laboring in vain. You know, there are some things that you read and you begin to wonder, what are you talking about? How can I be laboring and you're telling me I am laboring in vain? So I come to a site. Remember, the people that build in this country, will call them laborers. So you can understand what he's talking about. When we talk about laborers in this country, it's people that go to the site and they call them laborers. So how come there's an edifice and I have 50 laborers? They're carrying block, they're mixing cement, they're knocking wood, they're plating this, and they're working and they're laboring. And you tell me that all those efforts are in vain. How can you explain it to me? I began to understand that the reason that statement was made is because everybody is moving, everybody is doing activity, everybody is laboring. Very rare you see somebody that woke up in the morning, except they don't have a job. Everybody, this is Monday morning, everybody is going about their normal business. But why he said it's in vain is, after 35 years of meritorious service, you look back. What have I gotten? Nothing tangible. After 10 years of working in a place, you look back. What have I achieved? Nothing. The reason is because you can build an edifice. Listen to me carefully. Because there are laws of nature, there are laws of physics, there are laws of motion, there are laws of thermodynamics. What it means that if I throw up this key, it will come down. So you can say, what are you talking about? I'm building, I'm carrying block, I'm putting cement. I use the structural plan. I'm building according to plan. But the honest truth is, no matter what you build, if trials and temptation come against it, if there are no, if the hand of God is not there with you, you can wake up one day and see what you have spent 20 years of your life collapse right before your eyes. That is why he said, in the technology of building, you must factor in God. Except God is building with you. I'm not the one that said it. It's not a question to argue. Except the Lord builds a house, the laborers labor in vain. So when it comes to the technology of building, the first thing you must understand is the God factor must be there. Have you not seen people that spent their whole life training their children? They did not enjoy their life. Women, men, fathers, they walked around the clock. I want to train Bomboy. I want to train Ahmed. I want to train Funke. I want to train Kelech. I want to train Emeka. They spent their whole entire life training and raising their children, only for their children to grow up and become a drug addict and become a criminal. And when they look back, I did not enjoy my life because I was training my children. I was doing several jobs because I was training my children. But some people, they gather all their money, send their children abroad to go to school. They are suffering, doing all kinds of jobs to send their children. They labor that 20, 35 years. And their children graduate and come and tell them, hey, Pop, I don't believe there's God. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I'm a female. And you're like, what did you, what did you just say? You said, no, I love women. I mean, I'm not a girl. I'm a man. I mean, like, what does it profit a man to go to Harvard, go to Cambridge, gain the whole world, and yet lose his soul? And you look at that your daughter or that your child, and you're like, cha! I have labored in vain. That is why in the technology of building, God must be there. And that's why our number one cardinal culture is commit your business to God. Beginning of the year, we fasted, we put God at the background of everything that we do. Because if God does not come, you can read all the books in the world. You can listen to all the motivational speeches in the world. You can sit under the mentorship of Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn can be talking. You can be sleeping with Jim Rohn, waking up with Jim Rohn, and at the end of the day, nothing to show for it. So, except the Lord builds, we're talking about building for legacy. The God factor must be there. Now, I'm going to say this as I quickly run. The reason the God factor must be there is because the building that will stand the test of time, the work that you're doing that will stand the test of time, must have the signature of eternity. Yesterday, I was lying down and I was thinking, this yesterday, a song played in the background, and that song reminded me of my days in school. That song reminded me of my days in school. And I asked myself, all those people that I was friends with in school, because it brought vivid memories. And I asked myself, where are they now? What value do they have to my life now? What value am I adding to them? What value are they adding to me? I have some of them, I don't even have their number. That's how bad it is. Most of them, I don't even have their number. Most of them, I haven't spoken to them in years. Maybe one or two, I might have their number. I haven't spoken to them. I haven't talked to them. And I'm like, but this song reminded me of a very vital part of my life. And those people that were in the play, they have no relevance. Wow. I remember when I was working in the bank, all those who woke up in the morning, oh, you're rushing to go to work. Oh, yeah, man, they do. It was like the world was revolving around you and that bank. You're about to close your batch. Rico, RIC, this. It was like your life. On the Monday morning, your life centered on that thing. And I tried to cast my mind back. And I saw that all those things has no bearing to me today. The head of operations has no bearing to me. My manager, all those people, all those things that made my life, gave meaning. When you bring it to today's context, I've not even spoken to some of them. I can live from now to 100 years and have nothing to do with them. That's when I understood that most of the things people are doing now, in the next 7 years, it will not matter like the eba you ate 5 years ago. The vegetable soup you ate 5 years ago has no bearing in your life. And that is why if you want to build something that will last, you need to bring God in. Because I remember the only thing that was constant from the days of my university to the days of my work is the God factor. He hasn't left me. He was there then. He was relevant then. He's still relevant today. And that is why I said you must bring in eternity into whatever you're doing. So as we go to this blueprint, how do I build something that will outlive me, outlast me, something that will be standing. Remember, I told you that there are two things that fight ideologies. There are two things that will fight your building, what you're building. The first thing that will fight what you're building are other buildings that are opposing your building. The business to do is an ideology. Time will fail me to go through the ideology. The first training is on YouTube. This one will be pulled down after this meeting. Now, the first training, when I talk about the ideology, you can go back there, the blueprint one, you see it, first day of January. I talked about the ideology. I talked about the several stages of what the ideology meant, the benefit of the ideology. I won't have time to go into all of that now. But I said, what were things in ideology? And two things fight ideology. Number one, other ideologies. The ideology that says you must be working for somebody is fighting the ideology that says you must be on your own. The second thing that fights ideologies are the storms of life, the challenges of life, the wind of life. So, for what you're building to stand, there are certain pillars that you must hold your building with. So that when other ideologies come to fight it, you will stand. Every vision, every ideology must be fought. If it is not tested, it is not verified. It can't be authenticated until it is tested. So what you're doing must be tested. Either by other ideologies that's telling you, go and get a proper job. What do you think you're doing? You're doing get to. Oh, my, go and get a proper job. This thing you're doing is a job. Go and get one that you'll be seeing what you're doing. What are you selling? Go and get something so that you'll be seeing what you're selling. That's an ideology. Fighting your own ideology. When I started this, I have people that told me, guy, you're too smart for this now. You're too smart for what you're doing now. Go and look for a proper job now. Start a proper business now. That's the ideology to put you in corporate bondage. And what's it fighting? The freedom that I have today. That's what the ideology was fighting. So other ideologies will fight your ideology. The second thing that will fight your ideology are the storms that come to test. Do you really believe? Because trust me, what I stood on was tested. And several times along the way, I asked, did I really make a mistake? Have I missed it here? Did I really resign from the bank to do this? Several times, those ideologies were tested. What I stood on was tested. But the ability to overcome that test depends on the pillars that support what you're building. Listen, gentlemen, I'm going to share with you 7 pillars to build a legacy building, to become a legacy builder, so that when other ideologies come to fight it, because surely they will come, but whether you will stand or fall depends on the pillars, depends on what you built your business on. He said there was a man that built his house on sand. He said when the wind came, when the storm came, it cleared the house. Because even though he was building on sand. So there was nothing to hold it. So when the other ideologies came against it, when the challenges of life came against it, there's some people, they started this business. Somebody just threatened them. They left in fact, they threw away, they threw everything that they were running. That's when they started this business. They saw that this business was going to give them their dreams. Somebody yapped them. This thing they are doing is not scam. That one word, they were running. One of the greatest man that ever passed his life. You see, your ideology, what you stand on will be tested. He grew in the palace, had all the pleasantries of the palace. One day, he had an ideology. Even though I'm in the palace of the king, I'm a prince, I'm being treated, I'm being shepherd driven, I have slaves attending to every my needs. But an ideology came to him. You're not meant to be in this palace. Your purpose is to set your people free from bondage. The ideology became so strong that he believed it. So one day, he came out. He saw his people fight. He saw his people being maltreated from the kingdom that he was in. And he says, yes, this is my purpose. I know it. I know it. The day I saw it, I knew it. I knew it. This is my destiny. So he went physically and killed the other person. I'm the deliverer of my kindred. I'm the one that will deliver my family. I'm the one that God has sent to remove poverty from my family. I'm the one that will build house estates. And he went in search of what he believed. But immediately that ideology was tested. The person that he came to deliver, you see, most of the greatest challenges will not come from outsiders. It will come from your teammates, the people that you're trying to build. That's where most of your greatest challenges come. The team you're building, the people that will dagger your heart, are not the prospects. It's the team that you're building. If the enemy wants to attack you, he will not go to it. He will come to the person that betrayed Master Jesus was one of the 12. That's why he paid him. Said, "Kai, you are the one that dipped your hand in the same plate and ate with me, and you betray me with a kiss." It's not everybody that can kiss him. It's not everybody that can kiss him. It's that person that can go ahead and kiss him. That's the person that betrayed him. So the person he came to save, to deliver, because they believed he came to deliver these people. That person now looked at him and said, so after he delivered them, killed the person that was maltreating his people, he was not happy. I've entered into my purpose. I'm fulfilling my destiny. Yes, I go make him. He was happy. I found my purpose. I found my destiny. He was excited. But the storm came. Several days later, after some time, he came out. He saw his people fighting. He asked them, "Why are you people fighting one another? Don't you know that you are brothers?" Do you know what they told him? "Don't come near here. You want to come and kill me the way you killed that person." Mind you, the person he killed was their enemy that was maltreating them. Now, he's seeing two brothers fighting. He's trying to tell them, "No, now, let's do this thing well." They said, "No. Don't come near to separate this fight, oh. Do you want to kill us the way you killed that our enemy?" The struggle. I'm only coming to help you. I'm the one that I'm sent to deliver you from poverty. Have you seen people that you helped so much, and the same business that you've used to help them, they tell you, "Is it this thing that you're doing that you..." And when he had that statement, you know what this man did? He carried his kaya and began to run. Nobody was chasing him. The vision that he believed, it is what God has called me to do. This is my destiny. He left it and ran and stayed in the wilderness for 40 years, wasting away. Because somebody made a statement. "Have you come to kill us the way you killed that other person?" That is the wickedness of people. He took the mercy and the help of God. In fact, when they were now calling him to now come and do the work, he said, No. Use this person. I'm a stammerer. He was running away. Most of us were at the point where we are doubting that this business is going to occur. Because when the storm came, we were hit below the belt. I want to show you how to stand even when the storm comes. I want to show you how to build on the rock so that when the storms come, they can't shake you off easily. When the wind comes, they can't shake you off. When the naysayers come, when those kind of people that told that great man a word They didn't use knife. Oh. They just told him one sentence. Some of us, one sentence have put us on just one statement, one whisper, one statement. Have you come to kill us like the way you killed that person? We have on our own. We left our God divine ordained purpose. I remember when somebody told me one day, he said, "Is this what you're doing now? A whole banker like you, is this what you're doing now?" And I went home and I was depressed for some time. But God came to my rescue and I stood up and I continued. Today, I live the life of my dreams. So how do you go to build so that when other ideologies come to fight it, when the storms of life come to fight it, you will not be shaken? 7 pillars. The first pillar on which you must build this year is what I call the motive. The foundation of every building is the motive for that building. If you're building a school, you will not build it the same way you're building a mall. What is the motive behind this thing that you're doing? That is the first pillar. If you don't treat this, if you don't have this pillar solid, one statement, half a statement you would have built to the decking level, it can crash. What is the motive of your business? What is the secret intent for building? Listen to me very carefully. I have seen people that told me or that will share with you how they got into this business and they believe it was divine. People have had encounters. People saw this business in a dream. People know that they know that they know that this is the business that they are supposed to do. People will tell you how they were fasting and praying, and in the middle of that fasting and praying, God showed them this thing. People can tell you several things, and they're not lying, and they mean it. But before you know it, you see those same people quitting. And you're asking, I thought you had already caught the vision. I thought you already know that this is what you're supposed to do. I thought you had that witness in your spirit. Yes, they did. Even though the destination was right, the motive for doing the business was wrong. Even though the motivation was correct, the vision was clear. But if the motive is wrong, when challenges come, you will forget that vision. Because when the motive is not pure, you can't stand when the challenges come. If the motive is for vainglory, if the motive is let me make money, if the motive is let me see what I can get, even though I know yes, I'm supposed to be here, but the reason I'm doing this business is let me see what I can get. If the motive is let me see whether maybe I'm liking this person, this is my leader, let me come close so that maybe he can never tell. If the motive is I yesterday they give money for here. Oh. Yes, I know that God wants me to do, but there's money here. There's money here. Maybe you come to one of the meetings, somebody won 1 million naira or 1,500K. Say, maybe one day, maybe if the motive is not pure, when the challenges come, the building will collapse. Why are you doing this business? Let me show this person that me too I can succeed. They think I cannot succeed. Watch and see now. There's a time I had to come down to deal with this. Because the time came when I discovered that I'm doing the business to prove some people wrong. The people that said you will not make it, let me do it to prove to them that I can make it. That's the wrong motive. Let me prove to them that, no, I can never quit. I will show you that I can never quit. And the reason you're doing the business is to prove to people that you can never quit. Please, Oga, Madam, retrace your step and get a proper, sanitize your motives. Because when ideologies attack you, if your motive is not rooted, you will fall. When I started, my people did not support me. I will show them that I can succeed. Wrong motive. You don't need it. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. Most of my friends that when I started, they did not join me. They were telling me, leave this thing, leave this thing. I want to succeed and show them. Have you not noticed when you now show them the money, they still don't join? When you now make the money and now show them the money, you're sending them a lot, they still don't join. So if that's your motive for building, forget it. You must have a pure motive. It's okay that your motive may not be right, but today affords you the opportunity to visit your motive and purify your motive. What is the foundation of this business you're doing? To deal with somebody, to show somebody that you can make it. Wrong motive. When spirits attack you, that thing cannot stand you, cannot save you. What is your motive? I want to make money here. Of course, you will make money. But you're not going to weddings because you want to eat rice. The reason I'm coming for your wedding is not because I want to eat rice. The reason I'm coming for your wedding is because I want to be happy with you, support you, be there. Of course, I will eat rice. I will drink soft drink or wine. But that's not the motive. If I'm coming only to eat food, there is this skit maker. His own is food. If you come to a wedding, if he doesn't eat food, he will come and wait for you at when you're doing your honeymoon. So somebody sent it to me and it was funny. Is it food you came to eat? Food. No, of course you will eat. But that's not the motive. Of course you make money. But the motive of coming here is not primarily to make money. Of course you'll make money. But to build a team. So you need to go back to your motive and check, am I here? Because if your motive is to make money, the challenge is this. When your motive is wrong, it affects the building. If the foundation is wrong, it affects the building. If your motive is to make money, I'm here to make money. What it means is that as you're building, you can steal because the motive is to make money. You can defraud. You can poach somebody because money is the motive. If your motive is because you want to prove a point to somebody, and that is why, what it means is you already embedded strife in what you're doing. You can't see clear. You're already doing eye service. I want to prove to you. So whatever you're going to do, even if you need to cut corners, you will cut corners because I want by December, I'll buy my car too. So if that is the motive, if that's the driving force, if you need to cut corners to buy your car, you will cut corners. If you need to collect people's money to show that you will do it, because that is the driving force, that is the motive, that's the foundation. You must go down to your motive. If you want to build a legacy building, if you want to be a legacy builder, if you want to build something that will stand the test of time, that will stand the test of other ideologies, that will stand the storm, the rain, the wind, the challenges, you must scrutinize the motive with which you're doing this business. What is the proper motive for doing this business? Two things. Number one, I am here to help people. So I'm here to build a team. And I'm here to help people, raise people. I'm here because I want people to sign into my business and I'll raise them, to help them. That is the motive. So if somebody gives me their money I'm thinking, how can this person at least not lose out? How can I help this person make money? At least let me help him make more, twice the money that he has even put in the business. Let me help this person. Let me help him become healthy. When people come into your team, if your motive is to help people and to raise people, you will not want to defraud them. No, you will not. You will be transparent. You have integrity. Because my motive is to help you. My motive is to build a proper business. So if a thief comes into my team, I don't want a thief, because my motive is to do this thing properly. If somebody signs into my business and says, oh, I don't want to do it again, and I've not registered him, I will gladly give the person back his money. If the person comes and I know I've not registered him, of course, if I've registered the person, it's out of your hands. But I've not registered this person. And the person says, I don't think I want to do. Please return the money to the person immediately, because your motive is not to use people. Your motive is to help that person. See, if that person is not going to be helped anyway, you might as well let that person go. But if your motive is to make money, to grab this money, why I don't spend finish, the cap, the yarn, this money that I've already put where to pay me 3 times, that you need to revisit your motives for this business. What is your motive? The reason is because when the storms come, when the challenges come, if your motive is not pure, your building will collapse. If your motive is money, when someone comes and tells you, come, this one that paying you how much? 7,000. Come, there's one that paying you 10,000. 10,000. If you do a little bit of the work you're doing here, if you do it in that place, you earn 10 times the money. That's just open. Before you know it, they will run. And when they get to that place, they will discover that it's the same kettle of fish. Because as they go there, and someone tell them, this one's paying 10,000. Come and do one that pay you 12,000. Is that how you build? You don't build like that. You don't build jumping from one place to the other. That is not how you build. You build. Have you ever seen a building? They will put block here. After 2 months, they're going to start putting block there. After 3 months, 10 years. That's why I see people running from pillar to post. 10 years, nothing built. Because you build from a position. Now let me say this. Going forward, the G leaders are bringing out, maybe before the end of this week, a template. Before you start any presentation, whether it's online, whether it's offline, you must put out a disclaimer. And the disclaimer is, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a money doubling place. This is not a place where you come and invest the money and you go and sleep and money will be working for you. Money don't grow on trees here. This is not crypto. This is not forex. This is not money doubling. If you want to make money here, you have a part to play. If you're not willing to play any part whatsoever, don't come and sign up here. I'm telling you so you know. This is not an investment scheme. If you're looking for a place to invest and not do any work, go to the bank, go to fixed deposit, go to treasury bill, go to government bonds. You can put your money there, or go to normal savings account. If it's 70,000 that you want to put, you cannot say you want to do fixed deposit of 70,000. Even the bank staff will not talk to you. So if it's 70,000 you're looking for, put it in savings account. If you don't have to do anything, I can assure you, go and sleep. After 1 year, 3 months, they'll be giving you interest of 2 naira, 3 naira. But if it is in this place, any money you put, you must have a part to play. But we will support you. We will work with you. We won't let you be alone. But you must have a part to play. If you're thinking you put money and every day money will be coming. Somebody called me one day. I was at the airport. He called me. I invested so amount of money. They said money will be coming every day. The person that told me money will be coming every day. Now this is 6 months. I've not made 1 naira. I said, how much is it? Today will be earning 900,000, 80 something thousand every day. You put 500,000, you'll be earning 80 something, 90 something thousand every day. I asked, I said, and you won't do anything. He said, the person said, I won't do anything. I won't do anything. Just put the money. Just go and sleep. And every day, money will be entering. I said, don't you think you're the one that wants to defraud that person? No. Are you sure you're not the one that wants to defraud that person? You put 500K, you don't do anything. Every day that's giving you 100K, 100K, 100K. But now, even you check it. So whether you're doing, just like we read that vision and mission statement before every meeting, the same way, just as we'll do prayers, vision, mission statement, in the same way, before you start any presentation, whether it's online or offline, do a disclaimer. If you're looking to come and put your money here and not do anything, this is not the place for you. Come and be going. Here, you have a part to play. We will assist you, we'll help you, we'll support you, we'll provide you the structure, the system, and the support. But you have a part to play in this civilization. Clear your motive. Full disclosure, transparency, integrity, because you want to build something that will stand the test of time. If you see somebody and you're dating the person, you want to marry the person, will you be hiding certain things from the person? It's only when you want to do one night stand, one sharply transaction, you now say, you see that airport there, it's my father that owns it. You see that filling station there, it's my brother that owns it. You see that, because you know that it's hit and run. Because you know it's just a matter of time. The person will go to that airport. If it's your father, say the father on the airport, please. I want to fly. I didn't buy tickets. Say that airline. Say it's your father that owns the airline, and he gave it to you, and you're now the owner. Okay, please. I'm in that airline now. They said I cannot board. I came late. It's just a matter of time. The person will know that you're lying. So if you want to build a relationship that will be long, integrity, full disclosure, because this is coming to stay. If you want to build a skyscraper, you must carefully craft your foundation well. So your motive is your foundation. After this meeting, before you start thinking, sit down. Why am I doing this business? Am I here to build a legacy? Am I here to help people? Am I here to raise people? Am I here to build something that will stand? What is your motive? Am I here to make money? It's okay if you start with an improper motive. When I started this business, my motive was to become financially free. I didn't want to be a slave to anybody. I didn't want to be a corporate slave. I worked in the bank. I know what it means to be a corporate slave. So I want to own my life, because that's the first project we started, was the Own Your Life campaign. I want to be in charge of my life. I want to own my life. I don't want to wake up every morning and have to not suit and tie and go and work for somebody. That was my motive. But as time went on, I began to redefine the motive. That means that's more like a selfish motive. No. Yes, you want to become financially free. It's not selfish. Why not let your motive be to help other people become financially free? So you can audit your motive. If you must go far, impure motive, selfish motive you cannot build a 5-story building with impure motive. There's only so much that it can last. So make sure your motive is pure, sincere. What is the motive? Help people, raise people, build a legacy, fulfill the vision, build a team that will stand the test of time. That should be your motive. So when someone come and tell you, do you want to come and kill us the way you want to come and kill? When you don't want to run, but I'm not here for you now. It's not you now. I think it's you. I'm not even here to protect myself. I'm not here for ego. If you are here if you are doing this business so that they can praise you, they can celebrate you. When you are coming to talk, people will be clapping for you. If it's ego, hey, so they can also introduce you as a GA leader, as a president. Yeah, if that is your motive, When challenges come, that thing cannot hold the challenges. So you must dismiss ego, vainglory, recognition. All those things will come, but that should not be your motive. Because when attack comes, attacks the proper motive. The Bible says, the Holy Book says that God scrutinizes the loins of the heart. It's not what you're saying. He checks your heart. Is this person doing this thing? Maybe you're even giving to the poor, and you're giving to the poor. Let people know that you can see you. I've given to this poor. Let people clap for you that you're giving to the poor. Is that your motive of giving to the poor? So that people can praise you. Vain glory, vain recognition, vain appreciation that will fizzle out. So when the appreciation is not coming, you will no longer do the business. Do you know my leader did not recognize me? Can you imagine? They did not even call me to give me an award. Oh, and you're angry. Oh, your motive is showing. I'm not doing it again. They did not come to look after me. When my mother died, nobody came. When my father died, nobody came to the burial. Oh, and because of that, I'm not doing business again. I was sick. He did not come to check up on me. Because of that, I'm not doing the business again. Oh, so the reason you're doing the business is because of what you can gain from the people. If I continue on this motive thing, we will not go. So let me move on. But you need to check your motive. Why am I here? Am I here because of some people? I'm here because of you. And the moment that person goes, you carry back and go. I'm here because as long as your leader is treating you well, you're in the business. As long as they're giving you money for data, and you have money. Some people, the reason people are with you is because they know that if they have problems, they can always come and give to. They can always come. You give to them. Those motives cannot even build a cubicle. It can't build a bacha. Even a bacha cannot survive. Because the reason that I'm here, this my leader. This guy, this guy sharp, this guy fresh. Maybe say, if you have ulterior motives and you're in this business because of ulterior motives, repent today. Change your motives, because you can't go far. That's the first pillar. The second pillar is what I call intense. These are the things that you build your buildings on. So if you're standing on these pillars, when you have a pure motive, even when your enemies come to attack you, they can't get you. Because your heart is pure. There are several arrows that are flying by the day. But when they come to you, and they come, this person's heart is pure, the thing will go back to sender. The second pillar is what I call intense, deliberate, and structured hard work. Let me say it again. Intense, deliberate, and structured hard work. If you're lazying about, don't claim that you're building anything. Don't deceive yourself. If you're a lazy man, you're not building. Don't deceive. Save your time. Save your time. Save everybody's time. If on a Monday morning you're doing this business fully and you're attending this cell meeting from your bed, you've not brushed your teeth, you've not taken your bath, you're lying down, lounging on the first Monday of the year. I don't know. Just know that 2026 is not a prophecy, it's a reality. If I tell you, if you throw something up, it will come down. It's not a prophecy, it's a law. Just know that 2026 will most likely end like 2025. The first Monday of 2026, you're still in the festive period. You don't collect salary. If you're collecting salary, no problem. You're an entrepreneur, you don't collect salary. 5th of January, 8 o'clock, 8:30, you're in your house. You're not even taking your bath. Ha! You're not building. You are a player. You are a lobbyist. It must be the hard work. He said, except the Lord builds, the laborers labor in vain. That means you must labor. You must labor. And that laboring must be intense. Even you go no say at the work. So the J leaders, as I can see in the Zoom, almost all of them are talking from their office. I can on the Zoom that we're projecting, I can see them. They are running this meeting from their office. Your don't claim that you're building. Just know that you're playing. The hard work must be intense. The hard work must be deliberate. And it must be structured. Now, in our business, we have what they call spare timers, part timers, full timers. Even if you're working somewhere and you're not in the office because nobody will see you, you're a joker. Even if you are still working in somebody's office or working for somebody, and the person expects you to be in your office by 8 o'clock, and by 8:30 you're not in the office, no, you're playing. This year, you must be intense, you must be deliberate, and the hard work must be structured. Let me show you how we built this thing, just so you know. When we started this civilization, we resumed at the office. We were the first set of people that made it know that you can do network marketing in a very tush office. When people come into my office, they're like, is this an office? What are you doing here? We believe that if you go full-time on this business, you will make a full-time income. I'm telling you. I believed that if I give the business full-time attention, I will make full-time income. That's why most of us are making the income that we're making today. It's because we gave it full-time attention. Those days we will work from morning till night. The plaza closes by 9 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, they will start blowing whistle for us. Poo, poo, poo. We will still be in the office by 9 o'clock. Sometimes if you come to the office by 9 o'clock, car everywhere is jammed. By 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. in the evening, we're still in the office working. That is the hard work that built what you see that has lasted for 10 years. Those days, the security guys, they'll be so angry because they want to close and go and sleep. They'll come and be blowing whistle for us. Sometimes we'll close our door, shut off the light, they will think we have gone. Several times in Shalom Plaza, by the time we come out, they've locked the gates. We'll start begging them. Sometimes you jump the gates to go because they will lock the gate and disappear. So next time you leave early. And when you go back home, you continue working. That was the level of hard work that built what you see today. It was intense. Show me somebody that has built, that is building, and there's no work. Hard work is not intense. That person is playing. It must be deliberate. You say you're a full-timer, and on the Monday morning, first Monday of the year, you're in your house. Hey, welcome to another 2025. It's not 2026. Welcome to another 2025. By December 2026, there will be no difference between last month and December 2026, because you're a joker if you're not ready to work hard. When I mean intense, I mean intense. Those days, how dare you? On a Sunday, you are home. You must be sick not to come to work on a Sunday. You must be sick not to come to work on Saturday. If we come and we don't see you in the office, hey, are you okay? That's the first. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Are you sick? Yes, I have malaria. Oh, recover well. But these days, by 4 o'clock, people carry their bag, they are going home. What are you going home to do? Is that how Bill Gates built Microsoft? They said when he was building Microsoft, he was building it from his mother's garage. A time will come, they will bring him food. He will not eat it. He will not know that he did not eat. He will be arguing with them in the evening, but I've eaten it. Say, no, you don't eat, I've ate it. They will argue. He will say, I ate the food. Until the mother will bring the food. Is it not the food? Oh, that's when they remember he did not eat. That is how he built Microsoft. You're here. When you woke up in the morning, the only thing you're thinking is, what do I eat today? What do I eat today? It's food that you're thinking. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's only food, and you want to build for legacy. It is legacy that will build for you. It is your children that will ask you questions. You wake up in the morning, all you're thinking is food. It's food that it's food you came to this world to eat. It's food. All I have for breakfast. All I have for lunch. You're looking forward to the lunch. You're looking forward to the dinner. That is what you came. That is what God brought you to this world to do. And you say you're build. You can't build like that. You must be intense. You myself go no say I don't work. It's called blood, sweat, and tears. Can't find out anybody that built anything. It was called blood, sweat, and tears. They were begging us those days, go home. Those days will come and say, please don't forget to go home, because people literally forget to go home. That's how intense the hard work is. If you're whatever you're doing, if you're not ready to work hard, forget it. You're not even building a cubicle. It's a kiosk you're building. When I say structural, let me give you the blueprint that brought about. When we started, look at the blueprint. The blueprint is, if I put in the work I was doing in the bank, in my network marketing business, I will make it. If I do 20%, the same way you go in the as far as you're going to work in the bank, from 7:45 you're waiting in the office. From that 7:45 you're working. Your table. If you're opening accounts, this account. If you're typing transactions, if you're dealing with customers, you're working from that 8 o'clock. From 7:45 you do your EMS, whatever training, whatever meeting. 8 o'clock you vault out cash. You're paying. You're attending to customers. You're working. When they close to customers by 4 o'clock. That's when you now come back and you begin the work. 5, 6 before you go home. That is what work is. If I brought that same attitude, if you can bring that same attitude to work on your business, you will succeed. That was the structure of work that we did in our business. So every morning before 8 o'clock, we're waiting in the office. We don't come to talk and chatter. That's why if you check, even now, it's work. Everything is work. You're not gossiping around. You're not coming to say, do you know the hair? Do you know this haircut? This person does this haircut. This person does her hair here. No, we're not here to chatter. We're here to do the work. Closing down, right? Inviting, prospecting. You work. Even when you're going home, you'll be exhausted. That is the work. It has to be intense. Number 2, it has to be structural. You don't just come to the office. There has to be structural. In your hub, do you do your PDH? We said there's what we call personal development hour. There's what we call sacred hours. Are you doing income producing activities? So let me show you. When we started this business, the blueprint is, if you're going to do this business full time and do it structurally, you will make money. So I left the banking job. Dr. Victor left his medical career. Dr. Mba left his hospital medical job. And Pastor Nefo left his IT, this thing. Everybody left. And Pastor Victor left his banking job. We came together and we sat in that office in Suite 8. For every day, this is what we do from morning to night. So people began to see us. We modeled what full-time is. We modeled it. So people began to see us. Our teammates began to see us. Oh, these people are doing this thing full-time. And because they're doing it full-time, they are making money. If you do it fully, you will make full-time income. And because they're making money, they saw it and they began to do full. A time came where if you come to that Shalom Plaza, we started one office. We took over all the offices in that plaza. People were standing. If we come by 8 o'clock now, in those days, people are standing on the staircase making calls. By 8 o'clock already, 8, 9 o'clock, people already started walking. People are standing on the rails. They know the plaza say, what is all this? What is all this? People cannot even, the people in the plaza started leaving their offices for us. And they were leaving work, occupying, as they were leaving, because we cannot do anything here again. People everywhere. You come out of the office, somebody is in front of your window making calls. Somebody is booking. They started leaving their plaza. That's how we took over the whole plaza. Intense, structured hard work. But these days, people come and all they do is gossip. People come, all they do is watch YouTube, watch Instagram. The mania talks. And you say you want to build for legacy. You don't build for legacy that way. You're just wasting your time. Why are we not raising more full-timers? The full-timers we have today saw a model. That's what made them become full-timers. The people that are coming in, they can't see a model of full-timing. So they don't know what it means to be full-timers. Because that model is broken. The full-timers we have today, when they came, they saw the model. They know what it means to be a full-timer. And then they saw the model, they emulated it. You come to the office fine, office well decorated, everybody working, people, activity going on. They say, wow, that means if I do this, I can make money. They saw a model. The leaders today are no longer modeling full-timing. As a result, they can't raise full-timers. That's why the full-timers they have is the full-timers we had before. You're not raising new full-timers because they can't see a model. You come to some offices that are like as there. You can't see a model. If you must build this year, you must be structured. If you want to do it anywhere Belief Face Nigeria Limited this year, forget it. You must be systematic. If you go to your GA leader's office, they're in their offices. We must go back and begin to build. One of the greatest undoing was COVID. When COVID came, we started going online. Nobody told us that this business, you see, the model of our business is basically an offline business, not an online. You can expand online, but you must build structurally offline. If you're among the people that have closed their offices and you're doing everything online, you will soon get the rudest shock of your life. The civilization that brought us where we are was you come to the office, you treat it as a full-time business. You're structured. An office is a place where you're showing people the business that you do. you're doing income producing activity back to back to back. At the end of the day, you close work. The following day, repeat. Online is supposed to reach people. Maybe, for example, you're in Lagos or you're in Abuja, and there are people like this training I'm doing now. Not everybody can come to a physical office. Then you can join online. But you must go back to the structural office work. Ladies and gentlemen, you must build structurally. An office that on Monday morning by 9 o'clock has not opened should be shut down. In fact, dear leaders, please, it's an instruction. You need to relicense all the hubs again. All the hubs, all the offices operating under your nation, relicense them again. It's an instruction. This is an instruction, it's not an advice. What it means, you need to have a license to operate an office. And that office must be if you're not ready to run it properly, close it down. Let's know you're not building. If you're not ready to open every office before 8 o'clock, office is open. Structurally, income producing activities. If you're not ready to do it, shut it down. Every office has to be relicensed, and you must follow the protocols. As a hub anchor, by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you are not in the office and you have not taken permission from your leader. Just don't play. Don't waste our time. Go home. You can do this business from home. Hope you know. Please be doing it from home. Let the people that want to build structurally. Pattern by pattern. Precept upon precept. Structurally. Systematically. That is how you build. Have you asked yourself, have you ever gone to that supermarket in your neighborhood and it's not open by 8 o'clock? Have you ever gone to ShopRite, Ebano, and it's not open? Are they not human beings? For those of you that go to church, have you ever gone to church on a Sunday morning and the church is not open? Is it not human beings? Don't they get tired? Don't they wake up with running stomach? Don't they wake up in that time of the month? For those of you that join prayers online, have you ever logged on at that time and the person is not there? Is the person not a human being? Is it not blood that is running in their veins? But you get as I feel today. Let me come in by 10 o'clock. You're a joker. This year, if you want to run it that way, continue. No, continue. You're a hub anchor. You're not in your office doing this town meeting. You're a player. You're wasted. 2026 will be like 2025, if not worse. You must go back to the structural building. Let people that are, you see, as I'm talking to you today, there's several people that want to promote our ideology. There's several people that are looking for. Do you know the amount of man hours that we have in Nigeria? 1 kilometer radius from where I am now. Do you know the amount of people that are wasting away? This is a Monday morning. Do you know the amount of Nigerians that are not working? Do you know the amount of youth coppers? Amount of youths that are wasting away. Every year, several thousands of people, every batch, like every month there's a new batch, every other month there's a new batch. And every batch, thousands of youth coppers flood the labor markets. And you and I know there's no labor anywhere, there's no market anywhere. So they are on their phones watching what was those popular Nollywood actors, watching YouTube. They're on their phone watching movies. That's why a Nollywood actor will bring out one movie on YouTube. On that 2 hours, you see 1.1 million views. Who are watching it? The unemployed Nigerian youths are the people watching it. Bring out something. I say 2 million views. As how? Under 2 days. Just make sure you get a thumbnail, love forever. Just put something love there. Put a fine face there. Even if though some of the movies, when you're watching it, you're like, what? This just gather things together. Just play. But because people are jobless, they will spend 2 hours. They are watching it. They will watch it from the beginning to the end. That person is watching with data on a Monday morning. Why? Because people like us have not employed them. We have not gone out to tell them there's something you can do. Why? Because they can't see a model. You that should be in your house looking for how to expand your office and say, come, you can come and start. You mustn't do the business full time. You can be coming in 2 times a week, 3 times a week. Just put in 4 hours. What they call the spare timers, the part timers? You mustn't come and start every day. Maybe in a week. What are you doing? Nothing. Can you come to the office? Put it twice. Start with 2 times a week. 3 times every day for 2 times a week. Maybe Monday, Thursdays, 9 to 12. Just come. After 3 hours, you can go back and continue watching your Nollywood movie. Monday and Thursdays, come. In those 3 hours, come and do income producing activities. By the time they come in and in a week, they spend 6 hours in a week and they make money. They make the first 40,000, 50,000. They're like, oh wow, this is serious. Because if you put in the work, you will get the results. If you put in the work in the massive quantity, you will get the results. The people, they need to see a model. They need to come by 8 o'clock. They already see you. Most of you leaders, you come in by 9 o'clock. And when you come in, you don't even have mouth. You see everywhere scattered. People chewing granite, chewing gum. Everywhere scattered. We need to disciple this nation. The youth that have nothing to do, come, I will show you what to do. I can teach you what we do. If I teach you what to do and you give me 6 hours a day, give me 6 hours a week, and in 2 months if you're not making 150k 200k extra, come, I'll give you the money. Give me 6 hours, give me 7 hours, give me 8 hours in a week, not in a day. Come 3 times a week, spend for 4 hours. And if in 2 months you're not making extra 200k from this business, I will give you the money you started with. And when they come, you show them income producing activities. You have 24 hours. You sleep for 7 hours. The remaining 17 hours, just give me 3 hours. The remaining 14 hours, you can sleep around. You can play Ludo. You can go and watch whatever. You can just give me 3 hours. And that 3 hours, come during the sacred hour. We sit down. All we're doing is that we're prospecting, we're inviting, we're presenting. After 3 hours, carry your bag and go. And in 3 months, if you're not making 250k monthly, I'll give you money. I'll pay you 250k. If you're not making it, I'll pay you 250k monthly. Because I know if you put in the activity, you will get the result. But people are not putting in the activity. They're not putting in structured activity. Let me tell you something. Due to lack of time, I'm going to say this. Everybody is building. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, you are building somewhere, whether you like it or not. Whether you're building in quicksand, or you're building on mud, or you're building castles in the air, you're building. How do I know where you're building? Anybody you see is building. Once you're breathing, you're building. But what are you building is what I don't know. How do I know what you're building? Where does your mind go? Where does your time go? Where does your intellect go? That's where you're building. Some people are building on Instagram, and it can be very addictive. Even me, sometimes I'm like, what are you doing? Scrolling. So I have a new rule now. Because I got caught in the web, I won't lie. I have a new rule now. Maximum of 7 scrolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th one is the last. Even if the 7th one that's showing me how I can become the president of America. After the 7th scroll, that's the end. I can't do more than 7 scrolls. The maximum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 7 scrolls, you don't be. Some people will spend 30 minutes, and after that 7 scrolls, it's maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow. If you must scroll 7 max, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's leisure. Break over. Oh yeah. If there's nothing to do, drop the phone. Be thinking about. Many of us, we may need to delete Instagram from our phone if you don't have that discipline. Because you're building. Maybe what you're building is on YouTube, Instagram. Everybody is building. But where is, out of 24 hours of the day, where is your mind 18 hours of the day? Where is your mind? Where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. Is it football? Where are you building? Where is your mind? Where is your time? What are you doing with your time? If you cannot put in 4 hours a day in this business, what have you put, what KPI your time? What have I done with 24 hours? Analyze it so you can know where you're building. The second pillar is intense, deliberate, and structured work. Not just hard work. It has to be structured, like clockwork. You can't build anything that is not patterned. Like I said, the way we build this civilization is everybody model full time. So all the offices, you must get back to modeling it full time. If an office is not ready to model full time, close. Go and do your, when you're ready, come. But don't say you're doing the business, you open office anyhow, you close it anyhow by 3 o'clock. There should be 1 hour of personal development hour. 1 hour in an official time where it's PDH, personal hour of development. Some people call it personal hour of development, PhD. Or some people call it personal development hour. 1 hour where everybody in that office sits down and learns one new thing about the business. It is sacrosanct. So that people can come in and see a model for all the nations. If your office is not going to operate structurally, close it and do it from your parlor. Let's know you're doing the business from your parlor. And if you're doing your business from your parlor, how will you now build people that will do it full time? Will people come to your parlor to do it? Will they use their parlor to do it? That's why we have offices. So people can know, yes, there's an office. Anywhere you put an office, money is being made there. So people can see, yes, there's an office. Carry their bag, they go to the office, they work normally. You must model the business structurally. Let me say this. You must go online to do your business because the dynamics has changed. Listen to me carefully. The dynamics has changed. The world is turning to a virtual world. So you must go online to do your business. But you must build your business offline. Let me say it again. You must go online to recruit. You must use Zoom. You must use, like we're using YouTube, you must use online tools. You must use online tools because the dynamics has changed. Because more people are online. But if you must build, you must build offline. Online is a tool to reach out to a lot of people. You're doing training in the evening. Of course, everybody cannot come to the office in the evening. Of course, there are some people that are in places where there are no offices. That's what the online is all about. But the greatest mistake you make is to replace the offline with the online. You're a joker. You must go fully online, but you must build structurally offline. Because people must see the model. People must see, oh, so this is what I'm doing. Okay, they must see growth. If in January you have only 6 people coming full time, by February you should have 7, 9 people. By March you have 12 people. Go and recruit people that are wasting man hours. Not do it. This is a Monday morning, first Monday of the year 2026. There are millions of youths all over Nigeria that have nothing to do, no job, no capital to start business, no job. They finish this service. Even some of them, the youth service they are doing, they are not working, they are just going to nothing. There's no job. There's no capital to start any business. So they woke up in the morning, they are the ones online. That the ones commenting, that the ones going online, wasting away. Go and employ those people and tell them, give me 7 hours a week, give me 10 hours a week, give me 12 hours a week. And when you come, I'll show you what to do. Then before you know it, those people that are giving 7 hours a week, in 7 hours a week, I'm making 200K. What if I give it full time? And what am I doing with my time? Let me start and do it full time so I can make 500K, 1 million. Before you know it, that is how we built this civilization. As we go to the second half, we're going back to the structure. It's an abomination as a leader, and you're doing this business full time. 8 o'clock, you're not in your office. And you're not in the hospital, you're not in the office, you're in your house. My time is up. I've only handled 2 pillars. But I played it in 2026 to build. Where is your mind? What is taking your time? You have the same 24 hours Elon Musk has. You have the same 24 hours Bill Gates has. What are you doing with your 24 hours? Some of us, the question I'm going to ask you today is, where is your mind? Where is your mind? That's the question I'm asking. Where your mind is, that's what you're building. If your mind is on Instagram, that's what you're building. If your mind is on football, that's what you're building. If your mind is on the castle, empty space, if there's nothing in your mind, some people there's nothing in your mind, you're building on nothing. Your life is the product of what your mind has engaged, what your hands has engaged. What is your hand doing? What is your mind doing? What are you thinking about? That is where you're building. We must go back to the structure of the business so that that same office can expand in 6 months' time. That same office can duplicate in the next 1 year. So the 2 things I was able to deal with is the motive. And the second thing I dealt with is hard work. All the leaders get back to work. Play time is over. Get back to work. Any meeting that must be held from your office. Let people see a model of work. Go back to the trenches. Go back to the grind. Take your bath, dress up, come to the office. That is how legacy builders build. They don't give excuses. Come rain, come shine. They're in the office. For those that are Muslims, have you ever gone on Friday and your mosque is not open? For Christians, have you ever gone on Sunday and your church is not open? Sometimes they may not go to church, but the builders, the workers, the pastors are there. For those of you that do online prayers, have you ever logged on to that time? Some of the prayers have lasted for years. Not one day did you log in and they were not there on the dot. That is how you build. It is structural. It's not anywhere belly face. If you are doing anywhere belly face, you're a joker and you're a time waster. It must be structural. It must be clockwork. It must be rigid. It must be consistent, completely round the clock. That is how you build. I want us to go back and work on these 2 pillars: your motive and the work. put your hands to work. I was asking myself, at the end of the day, you should ask yourself, what did I do today? You see, I'm going to leave you with this. Scrutinize your time. The 24 hours I did today, what did I do today? How many hours did I put in work? Where did I put my mind? What have I done today with 24 hours? That's when you will discover that you're wasting your life away. Most of us are wasting away. You will not realize it till you woke up and you're 40 years old. Hey, I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. You've wasted your way. Where is your mind? Where are your works of your hands? What are you doing hour by hour, hour by hour? 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, sound meeting. 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Divide your days into hours. Have a time for leisure. Have a time to play. Have a time for scrolling. If you're disciplined, have a time for scrolling the one on YouTube or Instagram. Yes, all work and no play. But give it 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Even give it 1 hour. Even give it 2 hours. The remaining 22 hours, account for it. Yes, watch a movie. Watch an Hollywood movie for 2 hours. What about the remaining 22 hours? You slept for 6 hours. What about the remaining 18 hours? Or 16 hours? What have you done with it? What are you building? Where are you putting your mind to? What are you talking? What are you thinking? Where are you building? It has to be deliberate. The world has to see that structure. By the end of this year, and when we have meetings, when we have meetings like this, very soon when we have meetings like this, if you are not in the hub, you can't be part of this meeting. Because the only person that will, in fact, the reason we're going on YouTube is because Zoom cannot contain more than 1,000. Meetings like this are not supposed to be going on YouTube. You should be on Zoom. And you only log in from the only hubs, only licensed hubs can log in. So you go to the hub. Some nations do it. You go to the hub, you log in from the hub. If you are a spare timer, forget it. If you're a part timer, yes, if you come Monday, Wednesday, the time I'm having this meeting, you go to the office. Most of the people that are listening to me, you don't have any. After this meeting, you go back to your parlor, go back to your couch, go back and you're playing around. Go to an office, locate an office, sit your butts there, and do the work structurally, intense, and deliberate. My time is up. I thought I was going to do the same, but it's better. Each of these, we dissect it. So the first two pillars of building for legacy. If you're a hub anchor, go and check your motives. And before the end of this week, we'll come out with that disclaimer so that everybody knows what it is. Nobody will say, no, before you start, if they will not join, let them not join. The people that will join. If you're looking to pay money and not do anything, please carry your money and go. The disclaimer must be out there. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not an investment that you don't have anything to put. It is a business. But we'll be here to support you, to give you the structure, the support, and provide the system for you. And if you're willing to do it, we can show. It doesn't mean you have to start full time. No. Well, I'm talking to full timers already. You cannot say, oh, at this time I should start full time. You don't have to start full time. Bring out 6 hours in a week. Bring out 2 days. Thursdays, let me go. With Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will go 12 to 3. I will spend just 3 hours. Those 3 hours, I'm putting in. Do it for 2-3 months. If you don't make income, stop. Do it regimentally for 3 months. If you're not making income, stop. And the offices must have the structure. So when they come, they know this is an office. What happens in an office? Market. You're closing down, you're drawing the circles, you're showing people the business, you're teaching people the business. Once people enter into your office, they know that activity is going on. It's not a dead zone. Some of the offices, when you walk into it, they are dead zone. Most of those offices will have to close them and relicense them. That's why when it's time to renew the office rent, you don't have money to renew the office rent. It's because you have not been doing business in that office. If you're doing business in that office will pay its own rent. It's no longer business as usual. Please, avoid me this year. Look at me. I'm not here to joke. Avoid me. If you're not ready to build, if I'm coming this way, follow this way. It's not business as usual. We have started the second half. Dr. Mba said 1% of the year has already gone. Avoid me this year. I beg you in the name of God. If you're not ready, to be, avoid me. Let our eyes not jam, please. Have a nice day. Dr. Mba,